How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with some mystery beers. I'm scared. Let's put it that way, I'm scared. Why? Why should I be scared? It's a mystery beer. What could it be? What could possibly be scaring me about this beer? It's wrapped in yellow tape. You know what that means? It means Chuck from Chicago sent it. That in of itself does not make things scary. He's quite a nice guy. He sends me beer. But this has a black top on it. And every beer that he's ever sent me that has a black top on it has been like barrel-aged monstrosity. Whether it be Revolution Brewing's barrel-aged program, I think Brickstone Brewing was in there with the black tops. So this is probably going to be some crazy, gigantic behemoth of a beer that blows my titties off in mystery beer format, nonetheless. So let's see. First pour. Okay. I mean, it's not dark. It's not thick dark, but I mean, it's dark. Man, look at that head on it, though. Good God. Sweet. I love the nice yellow tape as opposed to the blue. You know, or even green. I've gotten green before. I've gotten masking. But the yellow's a nice touch. I dig it. Yeah. Kind of looks like a milk stout, but on the pour it came off more mahogany, so kind of had like barley wine vibes to it. But that creaminess of that head makes me think, you know, stout or a porter or something like that. But I mean, it definitely looks the part of a big beer. Does it look barrel aged? I don't really expect it to be barrel aged, especially with that kind of head going into it. So it might be non. Let's put it this way: he sent me 2 beers. He's sent me VSOJ, a very special straight jacket, I believe, and VSOR, which is the rye version of their very special barrel aging program. I would not put it past Chuck to send me the base version of one of those beers as a mystery beer to kind of fuck with me. And see, that's where the fun comes in with mystery beers. You start talking yourself into different things. You start assuming things, all that kind of fun stuff. What does that mean? Not much. I just like to talk so the head can go down so I can get a good nose on it. So there you go. A little bit of conversation for you. So, let's see if we can get a nose. This has got to be. I mean, it smells like a barrel-aged barley wine. Maybe it's, and this is my kind of ignorance when it comes to their barrel aging program at Revolution. The one that he sent me was from 2018. It was a very special version of their straight jacket. Maybe this is like the non-very special version, I guess. Maybe I'm just making that shit up in my brain. But it smells like that beer if it was not barrel aged as long. So it smells like a bourbon barrel aged barley wine. Big vanilla, date, figgy, kind of getting into that kind of, you're not the sugar daddy yet, but you kind of want to get there, but you're still a little bit more brown sugar. A little bit of barrel char, done and done. So it smells like, it doesn't smell like a base barley wine, but it smells like a barrel-aged version that wasn't barreled for 2 years. It smells like something 6, 8, 12 months in a barrel as opposed to 2 years. So let's just dive in. Cheers. Yeah. Vanilla, coconut, barley wine. This has got to be, whatever that VSOJ that I drank and I reviewed, go back and check it out. It was probably one of my favorite beers I've had in quite some time. This has got to be that beer in a lesser format. It's got to be an English-ish, because I don't even call it straight English based off taste of this, because there's a bit of spiciness, a little bit of kind of like herbalishness to it. So it's got to be a bourbon barrel-aged version of that, but I'm like 8 months in a barrel, as opposed to 2 years. Yeah, so it's a barley wine. What was that one? 13 and change? Whatever that one ABV-wise is. It's probably close to that. Probably a little bit less than ABV, because you might gain a little bit from the spirit. So let's go 13.3 for sake of conversation. Bourbon barrel-aged English barley wine. That straight jacket variant, but less time in a barrel. Done. Let me take one more sip in case I want to change my mind. Yeah. Done and done. There you go. It's gotta be. Well, it's Revolution, I can tell you that much. Okay. Cuvée de Grace. Maybe I was just talking myself out of it. Maybe it sounds like a completely different beer. Tape over it. Let's see what we got going on here. It says here, nodding to the methods of tradition in our brewing for bearers. We source are barrel stacks from some of the unique, most expressive components we could find to bring to life this limited edition cuvee. Okay. Never to be replicated, a blend of multi-vintage oatmeal and rye stouts established its full body in Obsidian Vale, while a selection of oaky 2-year-old barley wine and Scotch ale pacify roastiness with rich, matured malt structures. Enjoy now or store cold. That makes all the sense in the world. Okay, so they actually break it down by barrel, so I'll do that for you guys so you know what's going on. It had that vibe to it, but a much lesser version of it. That's why I kind of leaned into the straight jacket, but a younger variant of it. Now, it kind of makes sense, because you're talking about a cuvee of a bunch of different styles that kind of might not be as robust and rich as that beer. So they break it down here. It's 36%, okay? Dry straight jacket, barrel-aged barley wine. So I assume... Oh, no, this is a 2-year-old. It says dry straight jacket, 1990 or 1796, 2-year barrel-aged barley wine. So that's 36% that. 70% sweet Destar, 2114. 1-year barrel-aged imperial oatmeal stout. Thundermaker, 1-year barrel-aged rye stout. That's 17%. 14% Geminilla, which is a barrel-aged imperial stout, 2 years in a barrel. 10% Gravedigger Billy, 2-year barrel-aged Scotch ale. 3% Sweet Straight Jacket, 1-year barrel-aged barley wine. And 3% Sweet Straight Jacket Madeira barrel, 1-year barrel-aged barley wine. 14.6. So it's a point off. You know what it is? It's fucking delicious. But I'll tell you what. I like it. I think it's well done. It is not disappointing by any stretch of imagination. But I reviewed the rye version yesterday. But I originally started off with the very special straight jacket. And that was so good. It's hard for these other ones to live up to them. You know what I mean? That thing was so well done and so fantastical that while this is just fucking plain amazing... You know, that other one was just fucking otherworldly. So I'm like a spoiled brat right now. Yeah, thank you very much, Chuck. This is really fucking cool, even with a mystery beer. So yeah, it's more drinkable. It's not as robust. It's not as thick. It's not as dense. It's only 6 months old, so it's not nearly as old as the other one. So time has even changed that one as compared to this one. It's absolutely fantastic. I like it as a barrel-aged beer, and like sitting here and having these and having the other beers from Revolution, their barrel-aging program has now, for me, gone up there with some of the best in the world. Firestone Walker, Rushing Duck, some of the better barrel-aging programs in the country. Revolution's up there. Absolutely fantastic. Super fun mystery beer. Thank you very much again, Chuck. And let's cut to the chase. One of the better barrel-aged beers I've had. Period. Yeah, and it's Mount Rushmore status. Just that whatever the highest head in Mount Rushmore, that was the other beer. This one still should be able to go on that kind of Mount Rushmore kind of mountain. It's just that other one is just, you know. The other one's Michael Jordan, man. This shit's like Magic Johnson or fucking LeBron. It's like, they're so good. MJ's MJ, man. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's say price and availability, no idea. Chuck, let you know what's what. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like barrel-aged beers, you'll like it. If you don't like this, then you don't like barrel-aged beers. Done and done. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. You want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of Revolution right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.